Good morning and welcome to Beat the Number, our NBA morning edition. My name is Abby. We're here to discuss the sports betting top picks and plays for the NBA. We want to get ahead of the numbers for the over-under, the totals, and the point spread, the line moves. So we're going to start off with the first game here at Dallas at Boston. Open up Boston 10.5, total 228. We're seeing now 11s coming across the board. Still 10.5, but 11s are starting to make the move, and the total is at 230.5. So we're gonna look at the injury report for this game. We'll see if we'll look at the injury report here. Look at the Boston side first for the Celtics. Don't think AD is going to be playing in this game. I think he still has an abdominal. We'll check on that in a moment. Drew Holiday is questionable with a shoulder injury. Dallas side. PJ Washington ruled out for personal reasons. Dwight Powell ruled out, hip injury. Caleb Martin ruled out Thursday. Anthony Davis, questionable to play Thursday at Boston with an abdominal, so he might play. We'll see. Anything's possible nowadays. And Derek Lively is second out. So Boston and Dallas, we'll look at this matchup. It's head-to-head. Take a look at this one. Dallas, Boston. They did play a few weeks ago. About a week ago or so, they played in Dallas. Boston was a 9-point favorite, and Boston covered in 122-107. -9 they covered. It went over the total, 226. Dallas now 4-6 last 10 games against other opposition, 5-4 against the spread, and 7-3 to the over. Dallas has lost 3 straight games, 2-1 to the over in the last 3 games, and 4-1 to the over last 5. Boston 7-3 last 10, 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 to the over/under. Boston's won 4 straight games. They're 4-1 last 5. They've covered only once as a favorite against the Pelicans. Didn't cover against as a favorite. They didn't cover against the Pelicans or Philadelphia as a favorite. Well, they covered at home, number -14 against Chicago. And over/under, they are 3-2 to the over. And it's 10.5. Boston, let me see here. This game here, let's see. 228, 230. This one's a pass for now. I'm gonna pass on this game for now. I don't really have an opinion on this game. I'll just look at props, player props, but just for now, it's just a pass. No play on this game whatsoever. Next game, Houston at Minnesota. -1. Houston opened up, total 215.5. Minnesota played last night. They're on a back-to-back. Houston had a day off. They're rested. And they're 1.5-point favorites now, Houston. And the total is gone to 2. It's come down now to 213.5. It's dropped a little bit to 213. So we'll check the line. We'll check the injury report here on the Houston side. Terry Eason, his situation is questionable to play Thursday. Fred VanVleet out, ankle injury. Jabari Smith Jr. out indefinitely. On the Minnesota side for the Timberwolves, we have, let's get to this one here. Julius Randle out indefinitely with a growing injury. Dante DiVincenzo out. So look at the series here between Houston and Minnesota. They've already played each other 2 times. Minnesota, the first game was in Minnesota. Houston won. Minnesota was a 2.5 point favorite, and Houston won 117-111 in overtime. It went over the total 220. Second game was in Houston, and Houston was a 1 point favorite, and Minnesota covered and won 113-112 in Houston, over 215. That one went over. I like Houston on the money line here. I think Houston has proven that they can win in Minnesota. They did it in overtime. I believe they win this game here. I like Houston in this spot. They're in a very good spot here. I like Houston. Even though they've lost 4 straight games, I like him here. I like him in this spot here. I believe they cover the spread here. I believe they win the game. I like him here. They're catching Minnesota at a good time. They're actually at home against Chicago. They were at home and won, so it was a home game. But they're on a back-to-back. Even though they're at home, Houston's rested. They had a chance to see to scout Minnesota a bit, and I think they win. I believe they win tomorrow. I like him here. I like him on the money line. Houston overall, though, 1-4 last 5, 2-3 last 5 to the under. Minnesota 6-4 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 7-3 to the over. Minnesota's 3-2 last 5 games and are 4-1 to the over. Yeah, I like Houston here tomorrow. I like the Rockets. I know they lost 4 straight. They're on the road trip. This is their 3rd game on the road trip. They lost 2 tough games. They lost to New York. They played hard in New York. Lost to Brooklyn. I felt they could have won that Brooklyn game. They should have won that game. I was very disappointed in that loss. Obviously, Fred VanVleet's out, so I mean it's affecting the team a little bit. But I still think they have enough to win. I believe they got enough to win this game. I like him here. I'm gonna even though VanVleet's out, other guys are stepping up. I still feel they can win this game. I like Houston here on the money line. I like the Rockets. No play on the total. I just like Houston here in this spot. Next game here we're looking at. Let's see. Orlando at Denver, -9.5 Denver, total 221. The lines come down to 8.5. And we're seeing now 220.5. 220.5s are popping up. So we'll look at the Orlando side for the Magic. I should check the Denver side first. Denver first. Russell Westbrook, hamstring, is, let's see what the status is with him. Okay, sorry. Peyton Watson's out, by the way. Well, we're checking the Westbrook status now. Just bear with me for a moment. Let's see. Hamstring, Westbrook. He is... oh, he's not going here. He's out. Westbrook's out indefinitely. Peyton Watson's out indefinitely. Mikhail Kankar is out indefinitely. On the Orlando side, for the Magic, they played last night and won. Jalen Suggs questionable with a knee. Martez Wagner out for the season. We'll check this one out here. Orlando, Houston. Let's see. Okay, so latest on this game is for the Orlando side. We'll look at the Magic right now. Orlando at Denver. I have a play on this game as well. Orlando, Denver. This one here. So they played earlier this year. They played last month in Orlando. Denver was a 7.5-point favorite. The total is 221. Denver won easily, 113-100 by 13 points, but it was under the total, 221. In this game here, overall, Orlando 2-8 last 10 games against other opposition, 2-8 against the spread, 4-6 to the under. Orlando ended their 4-game losing streak. They won at Sacramento. Big win there. They're 1-4 last 5 and are 2-3 to the under. This is Orlando's final game on the road trip. They are 1-4 on the road trip. They got Denver. Denver 7-3 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Denver's won 4 straight games. They've had 2 straight covers at home, back to back against the Pelicans. And they've covered the last 2 games on the road trip at Philly and at Charlotte. They won the last 2 but didn't cover. So this is the final game of the 3-game homestand for Denver before they go to Phoenix. So Denver right now 4-1 last 5 and are 2-3 to the under. Yeah, 2-3 to the under. Denver. So let's look at this game further. I see I do see something here. 221, 220. Both teams right now are playing to the under. They're playing that style kind of basketball. They're playing to the under. So I like Denver here. Denver and the points. I like him here. It's gone down to 8.5, but I still like Denver. I still take the Nuggets. 8.5, 9. I'll take Denver. And I like the under. I like under 220. It's gone down to 220. I'm seeing 220.5. So I like Denver minus 8.5, and I like the under 220. I like that. I'm sorry. That's my pick for that game. Next game here we're going to look at is Sacramento at Portland. This one opened up Sacramento minus 2.5. Total 230.5. Right now we're seeing Portland's favored in this one now. They was 1.5 pick 'em. It's just all over the place, but the total has come down to 229.5. We're seeing actually, 229.5. So this one's all over the place. I don't have a play on this game, but I'll give you the reports here, the updated reports for both teams. So Sacramento, their injury list is, we'll see here. They actually played last night. They lost. So everybody's healthy. Portland, Matisse Thybulle is out. Yeah, I don't have a play on this game at all. I know Sacramento played last night. They were favored from the beginning. Now all of a sudden Portland's favored. Yeah, I don't have a play on this game. I'm gonna pass for now. But the series history, we'll look into that. Might have a plan it tomorrow in my other video, but nothing right now. So they played twice already. They played first time beginning of the season, October 28th in Sacramento. Sacramento's minus 13-point favorite. They covered 1198, and it was 231. It was under the total. Second game was in Portland, November 29th. Sacramento favored 7.5. Portland covered and won 115-106, and it was under 225.5. Sacramento now 5-5 overall, 3-6-1 the last 10 games, 7-3 to the over. Sacramento right now 2-3 last 5 and are 3-2 to the over. Portland 9-1 last 10 games. They've won 5 straight games and they have 5 straight covers as a dog. Actually, oh no, they got more. It's more than that. 10 straight covers as an underdog, and they're 5-0 last 5 and are 3-2 to the over. Yeah, for now this one's a pass. I'm gonna lean to the under, but I'm not 100% sure. This one's a pass for now. There's a lot of question marks, a lot of uncertainty for me, so I'm gonna look into this further, but no play on this for now. Yeah, so Sacramento, Portland, no play on that game at all whatsoever. Just for now, I'm gonna look at player props for that game, like some like a player prop for for Zach LaVine, or a player prop for the point guard for Portland. I forget his name again. It slips my mind. I forget the guy's name again. Anthony Simons, yes, Anthony Simons. I forgot the point guard's name. Anthony Simons. So I look for player props for Simons. Zach LaVine making his debut in Sacramento. Instead of looking at the side, because this one's pretty difficult. Like I said, a lot of uncertainty. So we'll move on to the next game. Next game is going to be Golden State and the Lakers. That's the next one. This one here, we're looking at open up 5.5, total 222. Right now it's at 7.5. It's actually going to 8. Oh. It's going to -8. And it's going to 222 going to 221. It looks like 221.5. I'm starting to see -8s on the board. So if you do like the Lakers, you might as well get them at 7.5 before it goes to 8.5. And it's 222. 221 going to 222. So we'll look at the injury report here at Lakers and Golden State. We'll check out the Warriors. Golden State on a back-to-back. Brutal loss to Utah. They had a big lead, a double-digit lead, and lost that game. It's a heartbreaker. So as for Golden State, Moses Moody, back is questionable. Tracy Jackson Davis, knee, is... Let's take a look here. I believe questionable at this time. Jimmy Butler questionable to play Thursday. I don't think he's going to play, obviously, because the trade just happened. I don't see him playing Thursday. Kuminga's out. I'd be surprised if Butler played Thursday, but I don't think he is going to play. I think he plays the game after, in my opinion. But yeah, that's it on the Golden State side. Tracy Jackson Davis questionable. For the Lakers, Luka Doncic ruled out. I understand Luka might be playing Saturday instead of tomorrow, so he's still out with the calf. Maxi Kleber, foot out indefinitely. Christian Wood out indefinitely. Yeah, the only way to look, player props over in assists for LeBron James. I don't know what the number's going to be, but whatever it is, I would bet the over in assists. And I like the Lakers 7.5. Like I said, it's starting to go to 8. So if you like Lakers, some books have the 8. But like I said, if you like the Lakers, get it now. It's 7.5. Before it gets to 8.5, I would just do that. So I like the Lakers here. This is a bounce back spot. I mean, sorry, they beat the Clippers. Not a bounce back spot. They beat the Clippers as an underdog the other day. So I do like the Lakers here in this spot. I like them. Total. There's no play on the total right now. I would lean to the over, but my stronger play is the Lakers 7.5. Next game and final game's Clippers and Indiana. -4 Clippers. And the total's 227.5. This one's gone all the way to 229. We're seeing 228.5, 229. Mainly 228s right now. And it's gone to 5.5. And we're even seeing some sixes pop up. So I have a play on this game for sure. Indiana. Isaiah Jackson out, Jameson Wiseman out. Both have Achilles. On the Clippers side, they're healthy. So we're going to look at this game right now. Take a good look at this game. Clippers, Indiana. Indiana last 10 games against other opposition, 7-3 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 5-5 even to the over/under. So Indiana's 4-game winning streak came to an end. They lost to Portland, and they've gone 3-2 to the over. Indiana on a 4-game road trip. They're 1-1 on the road trip. They have the Clippers, then the Lakers. Now for the Clippers, they are 5-5 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Clippers lost 2 straight games. This is definitely a bounce back spot for the Clippers. I like them in this spot. They're 2-3 last 5, and they are 3-2 to the over. So both teams are 3-2 to the over. So I like this. So I like 2 plays in this game. I'll give that to you in a moment. Yeah, I like the over. 228.5 is going to 229. So I agree with the direction that the line's going, because both teams are trending to the over. And I like the Clippers 5.5. So I like this player. 5.5 Clippers. Going to 6. I like the Clippers here, 5.5. Over 228.5. That's my play for this game. I like that. All right, so that's it for Beat the Number. Thank you for joining me. My name is Abby. Again, whether you fade or follow, it's up to you. I just look at the games and choose what I feel is right and correct for what I'm seeing for those particular games. But either way, you fade or follow, I hope you cash your ticket. Good luck. Thank you for joining me. Stay blessed, stay strong, believe in yourself, and don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and subscribe so you can get more of this episode of Beat the Number, the NBA Morning Edition, so you can get the early numbers for the over-unders, the totals, get ahead of the market for that, get ahead of the market for the point spreads, the line moves, jump ahead of that number for both totals, spreads, to beat the markets. All right, take care. And if you're looking for prop plays, I have a video for prop plays later on today. I'll give you some of the top prop plays for the NBA, player props, and a few team totals. We'll squeeze in 1 or 2 team totals. So see if you can find any good ones. All right, take care. Peace. See ya.